Most people think anger is something that attacks them, like a sudden storm, like something that happens against their will. But what if the real problem is not anger itself, but the silent belief that you are powerless once it appears? Stay with me, because if you understand this one shift, anger will stop feeling like an enemy and start revealing where you've given away control without noticing. Anger is often treated as a personality trait. People say things like, "That's just how I am," or "I have anger issues," as if it's a permanent feature installed at birth. But if anger were truly who you are, it would be there all the time. And it isn't. Right now, as you're listening, you're probably not angry. That alone exposes a crucial truth. Anger is not your nature. It is a reaction you enter into under certain conditions. They try to fix anger when it explodes, instead of questioning why their inner world is allowed to react automatically in the first place. We spend our lives accepting that the outside world is unpredictable. People will disappoint you. Situations will go wrong. Life will not cooperate. That part is unavoidable. But then we quietly accept something far more dangerous. That our inner state should also be unpredictable. That other people get to press buttons inside us and decide how we feel. Think about this carefully. If someone can decide what happens inside you, even for a moment, that is not a small issue. That is a loss of inner sovereignty. And anger thrives exactly where there is no inner authority. Many people say they want peace, joy, or balance. But their daily inner life says something else. Their thoughts run without permission. Their emotions surge without consent. Their reactions fire before awareness even shows up. This isn't because they are broken. It's because they never learned how their inner system actually works. Your mind is not against you. It is simply untrained, like a powerful machine running without an operator. When something triggers you, the mind does what it has learned through repetition and habit. If anger has been practiced, justified, or normalized over years, it will feel automatic. But automatic does not mean inevitable. Here's where we go deeper than most advice. Anger is rarely about the situation in front of you. It's about your inability to choose your internal response in real time. When you feel angry, it's not because something bad happened. It's because your mind believes reaction is the only option available. But look closely at your own life. You don't react with the same anger to everyone. You don't behave the same way with a stranger, a close friend, a parent, or someone in authority. This alone proves that anger is not uncontrollable. It is selective, which means there is already intelligence operating there. It just isn't conscious yet. The real work is not suppressing anger or expressing it in healthy ways. The real work is building the ability to decide what happens inside you before reaction takes over. This is not about being calm all the time. It's about ownership. When you own your inner state, even strong emotions stop controlling you. Another major mistake people make is addressing emotions one by one. They try to fix anger today, anxiety tomorrow, stress next month. But these are not separate problems. They are symptoms of the same root issue. The mind is not taking instructions from you. It is operating on default patterns. When you don't know how to consciously direct your thoughts and emotions, life becomes trial and error. Something works one day, fails the next. You try breathing techniques, affirmations, distractions. Sometimes they help, sometimes they don't. That's not mastery. That's luck. True freedom begins when you realize that your inner world should be the most predictable thing in your life. The outside can remain chaotic, but inside, clarity should be non-negotiable. If you genuinely had the ability to choose, would you ever choose anger over ease? Would you ever choose tension over peace? Of course not. So the question is not why anger exists. The question is why you haven't been taught how to access the controls of your own mind. Once that becomes your focus, anger loses its power. Not because you fought it, but because it no longer runs the system. And this is the shift that changes everything. When you stop treating anger as an enemy and start treating it as feedback, it shows you exactly where awareness is missing. Each moment of anger becomes an invitation to reclaim authorship over your inner life. This isn't about becoming passive. It's about becoming internally unshakable. When your inner state is decided by you, the world can do what it wants. And that is not weakness. That is the highest form of strength. If this perspective resonated, it means you're ready to stop managing emotions and start mastering your inner experience. And once that begins, anger will no longer be something you struggle with. It will simply be something you've outgrown.